So a little bit about today's topic is going to be how to achieve this look. So I have done part of it for you already, and this is left blank. So this is what we're going to be working on, this side of the hair. So as you can see, I love a nice curl. I definitely do this quite often, specifically because I have fine hair, and I find that this gives me the volume that I need. So I am using my favorite my favorite hair curler. The wand would not be including the clip. So my favorite hair curler is the Hot Tools, and I got this at Sally's, so super affordable in a way. You know, I would say that it can last you up to a couple of years. You get a warranty on it as well. Sometimes you gotta invest in a little bit more of like a higher end, in my opinion, because there's also different ceramics that they use to make your hair softer, and it's not going to damage it and pull on it. So it's quite important to take a look at how it's made. So before you do anything and start to curl, there are preventions that you can do to damage your hair. So you can use the Cantu Shea Butter, coconut oil mist. That's what I use. I love this stuff. It's exactly kind of like a coconut milk consistency. And it looks like coconut milk too, so I like that. It's very nourishing. So I usually put this on my brush directly, a couple pumps, and then I'll brush through, and then I'll start to curl it. Or what I'll do is use my actual heat protectant, and this is one of my favorites currently. It's by GHD, by Sephora. It's great product. I love the style of it. The pump is so convenient, nice and sleek looking, black and gold. Never had problems with the pump, never broke on me. It's really, really nicely done. So I usually use those two to protect it first. So like I mentioned, I'm gonna move some of this to the side here. So let's start with the back of the hair. Usually that's kind of what I do, is I start by the back and I go towards the front. So like I mentioned with you guys, I can either spray directly onto the strand using my Cantu, or on the brush, but right now I'm gonna just go with the hair. So I spray that, give it a quick brush, start curling it. So I usually curl my hair in the same direction most times, but I will switch it up a little bit to give it more volume, and I find it's just a little bit more goes all over. You know, it kind of goes both ways. It kind of feels like a little bit beachy and not so much like done up the same way. So I'll go towards the clamp going outward, and then I'll use the clamp going inward. Okay, so there we go. We got the outward one. Let's take another strand. Now I will spray the Cantu directly onto the brush because I'm using my opposite side normally. So I'm using my opposite hand in a way. So a couple strokes of that so it absorbs onto the hair too. And then you just go wipe it down with the clamp towards the end and start rolling it up. And then you wait a couple seconds, you know, depending on how much of a curl you want. You can hold it up to about 30 seconds. I usually hold mine about 10 to 12, so I count about 10 to 12 seconds in my head. I try not to bore you guys. I might speed up the process a little bit on my camera afterwards, just so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing, but clips of the important parts.
When I was 7, my father said, fashion fades, but beauty is eternal. Elegance is elimination. Blue is a language. Love and obsession is separated by a thin line. And that line is infatuation.
Can I have your number? Looks like blue must be your color. Love the way you wear that dress, even though your hair's a mess. She said it's Isabel Marant, and I got everything you want. Only questions, can you hang? Will you come and entertain? I will, I will.
going in all different directions throughout my curls. Last one, I used the last piece that falls closest to my face. I usually do it outward, but that is completely optional, and whatever you desire, you're more than welcome to do that. So yeah, so that is it for the long haired part. And what I mean by that is I actually currently have my halo in, so that means I have extensions on. So usually I focus on doing the extension first, and then I will focus on the top hair of what my natural hair could look like. So now that we're focusing on the top together, that is kind of my natural hair here. So usually for my natural hair, I like to use an actual heat protector itself instead of the Cantu, just because I feel like that is something I want to even, be even more delicate with, if that makes sense. So I sprayed some of the heat protector onto the brush, and I'm brushing it in onto my hair. So my hair is medium length, like up to my shoulders. It's not very long, not very short either, but it's very fine these days. So I do use some volumizing products sometimes as well. Okay, so you just kind of continue doing that all over. Oh, won't bore you guys. I'll speed up the process a little bit. As you can see, though, I'm going in different directions. This one I'm doing it inward. So that means I'm taking the plank all the way down, and then I'm going up.
I asked her, can I have your number? Looks like blue must be your color. Love the way you wear that dress, even though your hair's a mess. She said it's Isabel Marant, and I got
okay. So now I want to show you guys how I would curl in my hair going inwards, because I've been doing it outwards for the last two. So now I'm going to show you how I do it inwards. So I take my clamp all the way down. So I just kind of stroke it all the way down so it's nice and flat. And then I bring it inwards. So I'll take my wrist and I'll turn it inwards towards me, going towards my face. So there you go. I'm turning it towards me. So as it's turning towards me, I'm waiting until I reach all the way up, until the hair's finally twisted, and I'm waiting. Okay, there you got it. That's an inward one. So now, since I'm at the front piece again, near my face, I'm going to do it going outwards because I find it gives me more volume. So I'll take my clamp, bring it up, smooth it out, bring my clamp all the way down, and then I will start turning outwards. Wait a couple seconds, and I'll show you guys a trick to really make it extra volumized, because I'm the queen of that, considering my hair needs always more volume. Why not? I start to actually take the clamp and turn it as I release it. See? So as it's released, it has been curled a couple more times as well. So now I'm taking whatever's left, giving that a twirl too. Going outwards, quick little clamp. Okay, perfect. So now that most of it is curled, I have to focus at the back of my hair. So that can be sometimes tricky, guys, if you're alone and you don't have, a loved one or a friend, roommate, father, mother, whatever it may be, helping you, telling you, oh, you forgot to curl a strand. All you can do is, simply what I'm doing is I have a mirror in front of me, and then I would take another mirror, and then it would be about this size, the other mirror I would be using, and then I would go like this behind me so I could see what's missing when I'm alone, so I don't have to worry about it. I can walk out the door being confident that all of my hair has been curled. I've had that happen in my cheerleading days when I had to curl the hair, and somebody in my team would say, hey, Nat, all looks well. You look great, but you forgot a strand. So you're just like, darn. Anyways, so all that's done, guys. So last little tip to give it that extra oomph would be take a little comb or whatever you have that's thin at the bottom. Scoop the top where your section starts, where your hairline starts, grab a little piece of that right at the top, take it individually, spray some heat spray. You never want to, you know, especially if it's going higher than about 300 degrees, you want to put some heat spray on there. So anyways, so just start to curl the little pieces, and not too long. You don't want to keep those on too long, but see how they're already going to start to make it more volumized looking. That illusion we get already from just curling small sections near your hairline. It's incredible, I find. So another, go like that. Heat spray. Take my curler. Curl it up quickly, you know, about 3 to 5 seconds. There you go. Already. Same thing with the front pieces sometimes. You really want to get as much volume as you can. Okay. Like that. So that is about it, guys. I just kind of do that to give it that extra oomph, and it works really well for me, I find. Gives me that extra little volume that I want. And then what I do is I've been using my L'Oreal Alnit Microfusion hairspray. This one's nice because it has an extra strong hold. On top of that, it's fragrance free. So for me, you know, considering I get lightheaded if there's too much perfumes going on and scents, that this one's quite nice. So actually, I'm doing it old school. I usually go upside down with my hair, and then I hairspray it upside down, closing my eyes, making sure that nothing gets near my face. And then I go up, just because that way it really gives me that extra volume too, for fine hair tricks. And then I'll spray just the bottom like this. So I sprayed the top part of my natural hair upside down. And when I got up, I sprayed the bottom of my hair extensions. Now, to give it that extra step, so I'm done with the curling iron. I'm turning it off. Please don't forget to turn off your heating tools ever, and always be cautious of that. Now, I'm using my biphasic infusion for hair, and it's enhanced ritual, so it gives it that smooth, shiny texture that you want at the end. So I'm shake it up a little bit because the consistency is like oil mixed with balsamic. It just kind of spreads, and then the balsamic like lingers on top, so you need to shake it. It has that same consistency, so give it a couple pumps, you know, massage into your hands, and then quickly work at it near the ends. You know, don't try to ruin your curls by going all the way out, but just give it a little tap, you know, here and there. And it has that extra scent too, so it makes your hair smell nice. All right, so that is complete. So I hope you guys liked the tutorial on how to curl the hair for fine hair. Thank you.